Welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. I'll tell you what, we are at Madeline Island, part of the Apostle Islands, with our good friends at Red Cliff Band of the Lake Superior, Chippewa. We're going to have a great show today.
Hey, a little elk chili today, buddy.
Elk chili.
That's some onions. Elk chili, Freddie. Elk chili.
Merrill's going to get the elk chili. Merrill's going to get elk burgers browned up, some onions browned up. I've got a gorgeous display of Lake Superior fish, and we're going to get that on the grill. We're going to do some Lake Superior chowder on the grill. It's going to be a deliciously wonderful, intellectual, fantastic, what about
funny
the piano?
Show.
Hey!
Yes, I'm worried about
Fast
this
Freddy on the keyboards, Mad Dog and Merrill Hill. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
I'll tell you what, we're having a great time here today. We are at Madeline Island with our good friends at Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior, Chippewa.
Yes.
And joining us here today is a bloodline to Chief Buffalo. And this is Robert, Bob Buffalo. Glad to have us with you. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Hey, let's give us.
Here, I'll shake your hand with it there. That's good.
I'm honored to be here on behalf of the Anishinaabe people. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you here to Madeline Island, Manawanakonig, home of the yellow-breasted woodpecker. It is our traditional homeland. This is where we've gathered for millennium to celebrate our Anishinaabe ways. And today is a very important day. It is recognition of the 1854 treaty to begin with, and all the other treaties that were signed between the Anishinaabe people and the federal government. The significance of the 1854 treaty, although it's been 165 years, what it did was keep the Native American population in Wisconsin, northern Michigan, and northern Minnesota in their sites where they've been, and made them the recognition of the reservations official. Today's event is what we're commonly called Anishinaabe Family Day. We're doing traditional games, like out in the field here, we got our kids playing lacrosse.
Merrill, you were great at it, by the way.
Oh, man, did I do good, Bob?
Oh, when I saw you in lacrosse, it was great.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was great. I love the city.
Oh, it's a beautiful city.
Oh, it is. Yes. It is.
And now you know what it's named after.
So, Bob, the key thing here, and what I see is it's a recognition each and every year, but because the youth are here, it's very important to teach the culture, teach the history, and get that passed on from generation to generation.
That is so true.
Yep.
We travel, we have big events across Indian country, and we always bring youths with us and our elders. And the women, the three aspects of the Anishinaabe culture is what we respect: youth, women, and our elders. And through these teachings, we're able to push forward what has been taught to us, to move forward to teach the next generation. And as we always say in the Anishinaabe culture, we want to put forth our custom and traditions for the next 7 generations.
Good deal.
And one of the mainstays at Lake Superior, of course, is the beautiful fish.
Right.
The hatcheries here that Red Cliff do, they put in the trout, they put also back walleye into the waters, and we're cooking today compliments of our good friend Brian Brainbridge.
Yes,
who's a commercial fisherman here from the Red Cliff Band. We have some beautiful whitefish on the grill. The whitefish, we traditionally use it as fish boil. But the reason I wanted to put it directly on the grates of the grill is so the skin stays on it. I didn't have to fillet it because I don't have filleting knives with me. But I created a nice little fish stock here. I took some whitefish, water, I put some dill in there and bay leaves, and I've got a fish stock in there. And I'm just going to put all the cooked whitefish in there and get that broken up in a minute. This will come this way sideways.
Yeah.
No problem.
And it just comes off really nice and easy.
And it's just the easiest way to do it. The next segment we come into, when we're going to do the whitefish, we'll show you how to do whitefish and beautiful walleye. And when we talk about walleye, I grew up down in a little bit further south of here, about 5 hours. We did it on the waters. And if you catch a walleye fillet and it fillets out that nice, it's a beautiful fish. These are gorgeous, gorgeous walleye fillets. And those all cook up in just a matter of minutes. Those are going to go all into the fish stock.
Man, it's going to be good.
I know, it's going to be absolutely delicious. I know. We got more. Wait, Bob.
He's not done yet, Bob.
I'm not done yet.
Well, I'm not done with you yet either, sir.
More?
No, you bet. Great.
And hold on now, a little bit of salmon.
Cow.
And if I come backwards, I think I get that little salmon.
Good
in
job,
there.
sir.
So I'm going to break that up in there with a knife and stuff like that.
You've done this before.
Oh,
Yes,
once
he
or
has.
twice. Once or twice.
I think he's got it down pat, Bob. I really do. I really
So
do.
we're going to break
How does
that
Pat feel about this?
up. I'm going to throw a stick of butter in there. Is that okay with you, Bob?
Butter's good.
Butter is good. You got
2
it.
sticks would be butter. Some beautiful wild rice. The wild rice, our good friend who brought the elk, which I'm going to cut up for Merrill in just a moment, is Carson Ackley. He's from Mole Lake. We do appreciate it. He also has some gorgeous wild rice. This is the wild rice right here. And you go to Carson D88, and it's right in front of you. CarsonD88 at gmail.com. And he'll send you some wild rice if you give him some money. But it's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to get the fish stock and the nice chowder back on the grill.
I got to tell you, one thing a lot of people don't realize,
Bob.
wild rice is just absolutely
We gotta scrape
fantastic.
that
I mean, the
skin.
difference in the flavor for it. So, we're going to get ready. Do the chili. Got some crushed peppers here, some cumin, some chili powder. We got the 3 sisters here, beans, hominy. Got a little bit of squash there. Some diced up tomatoes. We've got some sage also. We're going to place that all in the pot. We're going to cook that up nice and slow. It'll come out really nice and good. The elk is just phenomenal on there. Very nice and lean. It's
Have
got
you
a
had
good
elk
flavor
before,
to
Bob?
it.
Oh, hey, you know what I got to put in my chowder yet? Hold on.
What do I got? Oh, he's not done yet, ladies and
No, I
gentlemen.
got some gorgeous taters, some gold taters, and some carrots and onions that I cooked up in my little cast iron skillet.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, Bob. You're a regular
Hey.
chef.
Well, I have to take Bob on
Or
the
as
road
we
with
say,
us, Freddie.
miigwech. Thank you.
Yes. As we always say, there's always a glitch.
Somewhere. Especially in Indian country.
So I got that all on up there. You got the up there. You
I
got
got
to chop
the
that up. I
beautiful
already
elk
told you what we
burger.
have here. It's going to be good.
It is going to be
Oh,
good. So we're going to
wow.
get this all cut up. So you mentioned natau, didn't you?
I was going to, but you beat me to the punch.
Okay, then go ahead and do it so I can get the website.
Yes. I would like to thank NATAL, Native American Tourism of Wisconsin, for bringing these gentlemen up here to do the show. I've seen this show before, and it's great. They're hilarious. They're even funnier live. So without further ado,
natau.org.
and where do you want to
Oh,
go?
we got her. Oh, we got her. We'll be right back more with Mad Dog and Bear.
Buddy Hackett, ladies.
Yeah.
Buddy Hackett.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
I'll tell you what, everything is looking fine and dandy
Fine and
today.
dandy, it's looking, Freddie boy.
So we have Shannon Holsey with us today, and we're doing comfort foods today.
We are indeed.
The fall is in the air. Fall is in the air, and it's time to do comfort foods. But we're doing it. Native American way. We're trying to do it as sustainable as possible. The gorgeous whitefish, the beautiful walleye that was caught in Lake Superior over here. Merrill's got some elk chili that looks absolutely delicious on the grill. Now, Shannon, you are president of the Stockbridge Munsee tribe.
Correct.
So we're from New London, so you're in our neck of the woods,
I
if you
am.
will, Shawano County.
Correct.
Shawano County. But
Even Freddie's neck of the woods. That's
Exactly.
scary. You're closer to Freddie.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
Freddie's
Feel sorry
my
for you.
neighbor. Yeah.
but you also represent Great Lakes Intertribal, and you're the president of that.
Correct.
So you oversee all 11 tribes to make sure that that everything. Tell us.
Well, Great Lakes Intertribal Council consists of 11 tribal nations from the state of Wisconsin and one from Michigan. And so what we do is we're a consortium of tribes that come together and come around and we discuss issues that are common to each of our tribal nations, because obviously we're all sovereign nations. There are 11 of us in the state of Wisconsin, but unity does not have to be uniformity. But there are things like healthcare and the environment and education and things that we are collectively behind and we need to discuss, because there's that collectiveness that we do in order to come together.
And tourism.
Right.
Tourism is part of it. That's where NATOW comes in, by the way. Native American Tourism of Wisconsin. Go to natow.org, because a lot of the events that happen throughout Wisconsin, the Midwest, and wherever you're from, when they're native cultures, the public is usually invited.
Absolutely.
The powwows, the harvest fest, whatever they may be, the public's invited to see the culture that's being passed on. And you do a great job, by the way. Native Americans do a wonderful job in passing on the culture, the tradition. The event this weekend here, tell us a little bit about what it means to you to support the Ojibwe here.
Right. The Anishinaabe gathering is significant to not only my tribal nation, but to all tribal nations, because it's a gathering of native people from the states of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota. And obviously it's important because it's about trust and treaty responsibilities and an exercise of our sovereignty. As tribal nations, we share a unique relationship with the federal government and our trust and treaty responsibilities. And today it signifies 165 years, but as Buffalo Bob had spoke of earlier, it's been since time immemorial. They've occupied this island, and we play a significant role in the history not only of the state of Wisconsin before it was Wisconsin, but the Americas.
Exactly. And as Mad Dog Maryland Fast Freddy tried to do, we try to represent everything in all cultures in general.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to fried bread, I just ain't no good.
Yeah.
I tried making fried bread about 3-4 times, and it just isn't doing it. And I guess because I read recipes instead of asking those who have done it before and some of the elders that may have done it before. Not that Apache, you're an elder, of course, but what I've heard is I thought you needed the bread. You always need it, but this you let it just kind of flow.
You let it rise.
You let it rise, you let it flow together, and let it rise by itself. So I do have flour, I've got baking powder and a little bit of sodium in there, but instead of kneading it like I did with mine and fried it in the cast iron skillet like I did, I should just let it rise and relax and do it naturally like the Native American way.
It's like a Native American woman. If you let it rise, you're going to be fine, but if you try to knead it down, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Boy, is he ever in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's just not Native.
He's in big trouble.
In some cultures, it's just not Native American.
Right.
It's all
It
cultures.
transcends.
It transcends into all. We are so blessed to have the gorgeous walleye with us and the whitefish here, and it's so delicate to do on the grill. It's phenomenal.
You know, it's very easy to do on the grill. A lot of people got to realize that what I'm going to do today, especially with the superior walleye and the whitefish, I'm going to oil it first. And then I'm going to use our no sodium citrus twists out there. Got a little lemon peel, citrus all together. Sprinkle on that, place that on the grill. It's only going to take about 10 to 12 minutes.
It cooked up so fast, it's unbelievable. When it's firm to the touch and the natural proteins get pushed to the top, that's when it's done. But it's time to thicken the chowder.
Nice.
So I've got heavy cream here, and I've got cornstarch in here, and I think I added some pepper and garlic in here because I see some flakes, and I'm hoping that's what I did.
Thank you, sir.
Sometimes we forget. Now the chowder over here is just a bubbling away, and that's what you want to do when you want to thicken it. You want a good hot stock. And I cooked some whitefish first, and we're going to shake that up one more time. You've been to Madeline Island before?
I have.
And it's absolutely gorgeous. And when you get to Madeline Island, part of the Apostle Islands, which is a phenomenal site in itself.
Right.
In fact, my brother and sister-in-law, Joe and Marie, just were here in Madeline Island 2 days ago, so they beat me to the punchline.
Oh, darn it.
I know, that's what I said. Wait till I get hold of them. So we're gonna thicken that up. I'm sorry I can't turn it in. Yeah, it's gonna work. So there's a little cornstarch in with my heavy cream. And we're gonna thicken that baby up really nice. And I know, Shannon, the number one question is, did I bring bowls and spoons with me? And the answer is yes, I did.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the elk chili. How's your whitefish and your walleye coming,
Hey, it's
Meryl?
going good, sir. Season the top right now.
Up really nice.
There we go, with a little bit of oil. It's not going to take that long at all.
So besides nato.org, is there a website other than that people can head to that you may suggest?
Absolutely. Great Lakes Intertribal Council also has a website, and it has the information from every respective tribal nation in the state of Wisconsin.
Right.
So it talks about their tribal nations, their historical relevance to the state, and also just to history, and then also many of our gaming properties as well.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, Shannon, thank you so much for spending time with us today. Meryl's and I are going to get the fish on the grill. I'm going to practice on my bread again, my fried bread, and I won't need it next time. I promise you that. And I do have bowls along, and we'll be right back for the third segment with Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grill and Show here at Madeline Island, part of the Apostle Islands. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling.
You know, Freddie knew last night he was going to sleep like a baby, so he brought his baby spoon along, and we were at the Legendary Waters Resort and Casino. We stayed overnight at the casino or the resort.
Yep.
Freddie stayed overnight at the casino.
I only had one line in this whole thing, and that was to shout out how good they were, but the prime rib
That was very
that
good.
unbelievable.
It was excellent.
So that was
Great
the
part of
Legendary Waters Resort and Casino, and those are just some of the resorts and casinos when you travel to all 11 tribes of Wisconsin. Go to nato.org, please. Bring along your baby spoon, sleep like a baby in one of their resorts, and you'll have a great time. This is my idea, apparently, of fried bread.
That is.
I went to the grocery store and I purchased little garlic rounds to go with our chowder and our nice little elk chili that we're doing
You got to
today.
be safe, man. You got to be covered. You got to cover all areas.
That's
It's
what
very
it is. I had a
important to do
couple
that.
samples of those. And they
I
were
know
really,
you
really
did.
tasty.
So once again, when you're doing seafood on the grill, when you're doing fish on the grill, the beautiful Lake Superior walleye, when it's near done or done, just take the in between the skin and the meat, take the spatula, and just simply work that baby in and kind of scoot it along. And when you're done, you got the beautiful walleye fillet.
Look at that. That's great, man.
And this one we're going to go towards the big end first, but I think it'll turn out just fine.
You made it.
We got the tail end back there, but we got
Boy,
it
those
down
look
there.
good.
That's the beautiful Lake Superior walleye. And the whitefish
I
is
love
so
the whitefish.
delicious. Everyone believes it to be so oily and
I
so
know.
fishy,
The
but
superior whitefish is just phenomenal.
yeah,
it really is.
It really, really is.
Flavor on that.
Well, you used our newest product, didn't
Well,
you?
we did. No, that's the
And
citrus
here-
twist. Good stuff.
And here's the little unveiling right here. I'm going to bring over. This is the beautiful Lake Superior chowder. I shouldn't be doing this. But we're gonna
Oh,
do it.
man.
Lake Superior chowder. And this is delicious. This turned out wonderful. We thickened it up with a little bit of thickening agent, cornstarch and beautiful cream.
Oh, look at that.
And that's just nice heavy cream in there. And it turned out just,
Whoa,
that's
the
the wild
aroma,
rice in there. I was
man.
wondering
I
what
know,
those,
I'm down here. I'm getting it too.
I thought I cooked the eyeballs on the walleye. And there's wild rice in there.
Oh.
That is absolutely delicious.
Beautiful.
Create a nice fish stock first and build from there. And Meryl's elk chili.
The elk chili. The elk chili. Can't go wrong. Got her?
Carson, our good buddy Carson that we mentioned earlier, went on the elk hunt. And this is actually from the Mole. No, it's not. It's from Plum Lake. Mole Lake.
Mole Lake.
Yeah.
Look at that. The aroma on that, too.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
absolutely
gonna stay with
delicious.
the tomatoes and
I brought
things?
some ladles along
is.
here. So that elk chili, Meryl, you did a wonderful job. Look at that gorgeous,
Oh, you
gorgeous
actually
stuff.
did it yourself.
I
You
did
a good
not.
job. You did a
Oh,
good. Look at that.
man.
Look at
Did
the
you put
hominy.
sage in there?
You got her.
It's gone.
Oh, sage.
So that
Oh.
turned out just absolutely
got-
wonderful. So we've got the fried bread. Give it a shot. Give fried bread a shot.
Yes.
I was just talking to Apache, who's with us with a NATO, and next time we do a presentation, we're going to try to get someone who knows fried bread and create some great fried bread with us, if they would, please. And that's what's going to happen to us. We'll be right back to wrap this baby up with our good friends at Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior and Chippewa here up at Red Cliff area. Go to nato.org. Well, welcome back to Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. We've had a wonderful time here today. We're going to take our chowder, take the chili, The elders get to eat first, then the ladies and the children, and then the gentlemen get to eat thereafter. So until we meet again, Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' from Madeline Island.
Happy grilling, everybody. See you next time.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.